guys, introduce myself. My name is Rahmatiya Abdjul. You can call me Tia. I'm class A, NIM 4414200011. Study program since pendidikan and then all material synthesis of calcium sulfate from limestone. Objective: study the synthesis of calcium sulfate from limestone. Literature review: calcium carbonates are one of the most abundant minerals in the Earth's crust. They occur in the form of limestone and coal, formed from fossil, and marble, formed from the metamorphosis of sedimentary rock. The calcium looping process for CO2 capture, which has been already demonstrated at scale. Based on the reaction carbonate calcium reaction of CO2. The production of carbonated water and gypsum binder is based on the ability of gypsum to release water when heated according to the following reaction. Calcium sulfate CaSO4, one of several sulfate scale and is also called gypsum, like CaOCO3, is come from ether is a result of mixing mineral water or natural as aerosol or change in the temperature as the water travels from the substrate the surface treating facility. The presence of lime-free CaCO3 in the soil can be determined by dripping 10% chloric acid HCl. The presence of asphalt indicates the presence of the limestone. More sparse, the more limestone content in the soil, the reaction occurs. Calcium chloride is obtained from the product making sodium hexadecellulose. Method 1. Experiment, tools, and material. Tools 1. Evaporation cup 2 liter, 3 element flask, 4 safe, 5 beaker glass, next spray bottle, stirring wood, next mortar and pestle, next spatula, next wet glass, next test tube, next measuring cup, next reagent bottle, next vacuum filter, next analytic balance, next desiccator, next furnace, next oven, next furnace hood. Material: nitriasi, potassium free, sodium carbonate, and then sodium oxalate, limestone, aqueous. Experimental scheme is to start 1 weighing to 0 grams already crushed limestone is melted. 2 heat in the furnace 800 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. 3 soak the powder with 510 ml distilled water and 210 ml HCl for 3 minutes while stirring. 4. Filter the solution and take a filter. Filtrate 5. Contain aqueous solution by means of heat to a solution not to present is formed when formed. Stop heating and add the aqueous drop by drop until dissolved again. 6. Add drop by drop 1 mole H2SO4 by stirring until it forms solid white. Help with current if necessary. 7. Filter the sediment that forms the dry. 8. Waiting solid format. Mass or filter paper mass of empty filter paper 20182 grams. And then quantitative text 9 dissolve a little bit of ratio in the synthesis, and then of sulfuric acid and drop it with 1 molar of calcium. Take a little synthesis ratio and dissolve solid with 10 ml of nitric acid, 1 on a few drops of sodium carbonate with 1 molar. 1. The color of the solution turns pale to the color of the solution remains clear and production money bubble and finish. Ratio and discard, treatment and observation. Grind the limestone into finished particle. Granular particle desiccate with a fraction of 100 mils. The Observation: the raw limestone was transferred in finish. 2. Weighing about 2 grams as finished jet limestone, then heating into the furnace for 1 hour. Observation: 2 grams of each the 100 ml were heated in the furnace. The color of the limestone after being heated into a very white. 3. Soaking the powder with 10 ml of distilled water and 5 ml of HCl for 5 minutes while stirring the filter. Observation: the solvent folded brown and after it was filtered becomes clear. 4. Consider the ratio of time by heating or overdone. It forms sediment and the clear of algorithm becomes fun. 5. Adding aqueous drop by drop while heating sediment and then adding drop by drops for H2SO4 while stirring like the post are formed CaSO4. 7. Filter the present, the white format and dry the perceived observation deposit CaSO4 is formed. Awaiting the profession that format observation, the mass filter paper mass of empty filter paper and the picture. 9. Dissolve a little amount of soda from the synthetic sulfuric acid and added in no drops of HCl. Observation: the color of the solution transparent pink. 10. Dissolve small number of solid 10 ml of HNO3, 1 ml, then add a few drops of Na2CO3. Observation: the color of the solution remains clear and produces many bubbles. Calculate the picture, weighting of sediment, condensation, gravitational factor. Discussion: Ponders as much as 2 grams of limestone has a goal of being over 800 degrees Celsius temperature because the size of the particle radius can affect the force of a person by reducing the limestone particle. The heat depth to force the limestone can be caused because it travels faster to the nucleus of smaller particle than larger one. So the time it will take to obtain the perfect equilibrium will be shortened. Warming at 800 temperature for 1 hour is intended to focus carbon dioxide CO2 composed in limestone so that the solvent that remain are sulfur-monoxide solvent reactant. This is picture. After leaving the furnace, the limestone powder that is put in a desiccator to cool while to con the powder to the heating process at 8 degrees Celsius before remaining or solid. With more, the solid limestone powder is mixed with HCl and distilled water to 5 ml HCl and 5-7 aqueous. The process is carried out for 5 minutes. 5 minutes while stirring to occur between the cars so that faster is ready. The distilled water and HCl present in the powder serve as clean away. This is clean impurity that CaO is with reagent. It the reactant in the H2SO4 decline CaO clean solution aeroproof of CaO with a similar reaction. After 5-3 minutes of subsequent, the solution is defiltered and separated by filter and then emitted by effluent at a void slow format. Then filter the white deposit the from next week, then deposit the format ratio in the week, the sediment 1,0167 grams per day on the qualitative test the solid format, synthetic water extraction and display in sulfur acid and carbon with HCl1 molecules given the other cleaning a pink solid. Similar reaction obtained between CaSO4 synthesis results are substance HCN, which is CaSO4 plus 2KCN, K2SO4, CaHCN. The pink color of the cylinder is substance found in K2SO4 while the sediment HCaSO4. The last one was dissolved synthetic solid by 10 ml of nitric acid, 1 molasses and Na2CO3, the result of the reaction product. Continuously eject small bubbles and small with deposit. The reaction that happened was the solid of CaSO4 in HNO3 are very slow. This is because the acid natura of CaSO4 and HNO3 makes the salt to reactor harden to H1. The solution was then reacting with sodium carbonate. If the following reaction occurs, the resulting product results in heat deposit and depression of bubbles. The result from CaCO3 and NaNO3 reactor. Here is picture qualitative text. Conclusion: limestone is one of the principal sources in the manufacture of calcium sulfate. Since limestone has a high calcium content, the CaSO1 deposit obtained from limestone at this time of the trial is 1016.7 grams, where the quality CaSO4 deposit were made clear with sulfuric acid and calcium. There were white deposits and color change in doping, while at time it was reacted with nitric acid and carbonate formed white deposit and 3 white bubbles of gas. CaSO4 deposit weight obtained by 5.083% and CaSO4 granule 9%. And bibliography and then module 2 synthesis data. This is picture. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.